Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Jake with Casual Ecommerce, and in this video we're going to be getting into high-ticket dropshipping. So this is just going to be an introductory video. Obviously, I can't cover everything in one video, so if you like the content in this video and you want to learn more about high-ticket dropshipping, go ahead and let me know in the comments section down below, and I will go ahead and try and put out more content on it in the future, expanding on the subject. So with that said, let's go ahead and hop into my computer and get started with the video. Alright guys, so we're inside my computer, we're inside PowerPoint. Welcome back to 8th grade history class. And with that said, we're going to go ahead and get into this introduction to high-ticket dropshipping. So first off, let's just get over some of the advantages. So let's go over the advantages that high-ticket has over low-ticket. So obviously the first and most obvious one should be that the profit margins are going to be higher. Obviously, if you're selling a $10 product for $20, your margin's pretty small. It's only $10. But if you're selling a $500 product for $800, then your profit margin's a lot bigger. So you have a lot more advertising budget and stuff to work with. Number two is that there's going to be less chasing products involved and/or more consistent sales and buyer interest. So what I mean by this is low-ticket dropshipping is essentially always just chasing after what's hot. So you test out a bunch of products, you find the hot product, and you go through its sales cycle, its life cycle, and then after that, you have to chase another product and another product and another product. So with low-ticket dropshipping, there's you always have to chase after the next winner. There's no real sustainability with the product. However, with high-ticket stuff, you're usually going to be selling things that have interest year-round, all the time. So that's going to lead to the possibility for more consistent sales because the buyer interest is always going to be there. So the third thing is that it's going to be less saturated, and that's because if you look up dropshipping on YouTube, there's only maybe like 2-3% of the videos teach high ticket, and everyone else teaches low ticket, whether it's Aliexpress dropshipping or print on demand. So it's going to be a lot less saturated because just a lot more people obviously are not going to be in it yet. And then the last thing is that it's going to be, it has more longevity, meaning this kind of ties into the second point. So with more consistent sales and buyer interest, it's going to have more longevity. So like your email list that you build up and your retargeting list that you build up is going to be a lot more valuable because most likely when you're selling a higher ticket item, as long as you're selling high quality stuff, your customer is going to be more satisfied with the purchase than if they bought a fidget spinner or something. So your email list is going to be more valuable. They're going to be more likely to open your emails and stuff like that moving forward. And then you can sell them other higher ticket items within the niche, or even low ticket stuff if you want. But the point is, there's more longevity for those reasons because your email list and retargeting list is going to be more valuable. So it's going to be a lot easier to get repeat customers, and also the products you're going to be selling aren't really so much trending products. They're just products that are pretty much always in demand. So some example high ticket products could be like treadmills, exercise bikes, computer chairs, and like soda fountains, soda machines. So one of the main differences with high ticket is going to be the way you generate traffic. So with high ticket, you're primarily going to use Google Adwords as your initial traffic source. And this is because if you try and use the low ticket strategies, low ticket traffic strategies for high ticket items, it's just not going to work. I mean, can you imagine trying to go out there and sell a treadmill via a Facebook video ad? I mean, there's just no way in hell that's going to happen. Or maybe running an Instagram influencer post to a $500 computer chair, like that's just not going to happen. So with high ticket, you're primarily going to be using sources like Google AdWords as your initial lead traffic source. So this is because there's obviously people that buy these items like treadmills, exercise bikes, and so on and so forth. So where are they looking for these items? Well, they're searching for them on Google. So people are searching for treadmills and exercise bikes on Google. So what we'd want to do is we'd want to advertise to these people, whether it's using Google search ads, Google shopping ads, or both. And then other traffic sources can be utilized. So like Facebook can be utilized for retargeting or lead gen. So let's say you're selling treadmills and maybe you just wanted to set up some type of lead gen. So, you start getting leads through Facebook, getting them to opt in, like for, you're giving them like 10 exercise tips or something, and then you upsell them a treadmill later in your funnel. You can do stuff like that with Facebook, but you're not going to be able to run ads to cold traffic on Facebook just selling them like $1,000 treadmill. That's just not going to work. And stuff like Instagram, that's another common source. You're not really going to be able to do, the typical Instagram influencer type thing either. Now, I know that you can sell higher ticket stuff with like YouTube influencers and stuff. Like maybe, let's say like you're selling gaming chairs, and then like, you have a gaming, like a streamer, a Twitch streamer or something that has like a YouTube channel, and you send them a gaming chair, and they kind of promote the gaming chair in their video. Like stuff like that'll work, but that's about as far as you can go in regards to influencers and stuff with more expensive products. And obviously that'd be more inclined to work with a gaming chair than it would with something like a treadmill. So with that said, SEO is another good traffic source for high ticket, because this is just another way that you'd be capturing the traffic of people that are searching for like treadmill on Google. So not only can you buy the ad space for the search traffic and for the shopping ads, but you can also go ahead and try and rank your store for things like treadmill and stuff like that. So this is another good way, another good traffic source for high ticket items. So if you haven't already gotten the idea, Google is going to be your primary traffic source for selling these higher ticket items. So like I said, an easy example of what you'd be doing on Adwords is just if you're selling treadmills, you would advertise your site on Google AdWords for search queries related to treadmills. So like treadmill for sale, buy treadmill. You'd have to do a lot of keyword research to figure out what the best keywords were. And then, like I said, with Google, you can show up on both the search ads and the shopping ads for your search terms. And sometimes products will do better with one or the other. And then obviously, like I said, there's also the SEO aspect as well. So if you have a product that's doing good with Google AdWords and it has a lot of search volume, which it obviously does have a lot of search volume if it's doing well with Google AdWords, then you could also try ranking your site for that product in Google as well. So then you could be getting traffic for treadmills from Google search ads, Google shopping ads, and SEO. So that's another way to kind of take over and get the most market share you can for that search phrase. So the key difference with high ticket selling is that you're going to need a super good looking, branded, trustworthy store with the following. So you're going to need a high quality, clean, professional design. So not the typical Brooklyn theme BS. You're going to need an actual good looking store, preferably with a physical address on there and a phone number. So you don't have to put your personal address, just get like a virtual one, and then you can get like a phone number that just forwards. You can get a toll-free 1-800 number that just forwards the voicemail. And then something like live chat, because live chat is even good on low ticket stores, but even better on like a high ticket store, because someone that's about to make like a $1,000 purchase is going to be more inclined to have questions. So if you have either you or your customer support answering these questions, then you're going to be more likely to go ahead and close that sale, and it's going to be more worth it to do live chat because the sale is going to be worth a lot more than you. So the main difference, the main differences with high ticket is your traffic sources, like we already went over, and then the fact that your store actually has to look good. There's absolutely no possible way you can get away with the half-assed BS that a lot of people try and put up, and they call them e-commerce stores, but they're really not. They're just like junky looking skeleton websites. They're not even stores. So that type of stuff doesn't even work in low ticket, so there's no way in hell it's going to work in high ticket. So you need a clean, high quality, professional looking store that's a brand, because obviously the more expensive the item, the more trust you're going to have to build with your customers in order to sell those products. So where can you find some high ticket products? So surprisingly enough, not many people know, but you can actually find them on Aliexpress. And the cool thing with the higher ticket items on Aliexpress is they usually offer faster shipping time. A lot of them are available from suppliers in the US, so the shipping's automatically faster. And then even from China, since your profit margins are so much higher. Like spending $30-40 on like DHL shipping for a profit margin item of like $20 isn't going to work, because obviously that's going to erase your profit margin. But if your profit margin's $500, then you spend up to like $100 on quicker shipping, and you still have a lot of profit margin left over. So if you're going to use Aliexpress for higher ticket items, the shipping time's not really an issue anymore, because you can use quicker shipping methods. And then the other way to go is you can just Google your product /niche plus dropship supplier. So if you were looking to sell like exercise equipment, you can just search like exercise equipment dropship supplier on Google. And just heads up, this process can take a while, as you have to dig through Google for a while to find legit suppliers. Sometimes you might get lucky and find somebody on page 1 or 2, but most likely you're going to have to dig through 10 or 20 pages of search results to find some good trustworthy suppliers. And there are some third-party sites that have like an entire collection of suppliers. I believe SaleWho is one of them. So they're like a service that you pay for, and then you search for products and suppliers on there, and they kind of connect you with the suppliers. So that's another way you can go about doing it as well. So real quickly, I just want to show you an example of like a high ticket product real quick before we end this video. So since everyone's familiar with Aliexpress, I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys a product on Aliexpress. So this is an exercise bike here. So you can see it's like $260 to buy from here. And then you can see it's shipping from the United States, which is good. And you can probably sell this for more than $260. We talked about treadmills a lot. So here's a treadmill. Here's a folding treadmill. So this is one of those ones you can fold up, hide under your bed or whatever. You can see that it ships from multiple different countries. United States, $267. And then if we come over here to Google, you can see I just searched folding treadmill. You can see these other people. Take a look at the shopping ads here. You can see other people are selling folding treadmills in the shopping ads for $800, $1,500, $1,000, $1,800, $850. Now I'm assuming these treadmills are higher quality than this one right here. However, with that being said, we could probably come in here. You can see now here's a lower price one right here. You can see we could probably come in here and maybe sell this for like $400 or something. It's going to take a lot more research than that. I just wanted to show you a quick example of what you can do, and then obviously you could come up here and search, like we said, exercise equipment dropship supplier, and maybe some of these big brands. The cool thing with high ticket is you can actually sell branded stuff as well sometimes. So sometimes these brands like Bowflex and stuff will have like dropship programs as well. So, but that's content for another video. I don't want this one to be multiple hours long. So with that said, if you like content like this, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. And also, if you want to learn more about high ticket dropshipping, which I think would be pretty smart because low ticket's getting more and more competitive. So you should either be moving into high ticket or creating your own products, in my opinion. So with that said, if you want to learn more about high ticket dropshipping, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next video.